O Brother Brewing have been smashing them out the park recently. I've got their oat cream IPA called Love Hurts. That's up next. Let's check it out. Hey, welcome back to Views and Brews. I am Brendan and this is Love Hurts from O Brother Brewing. I'm a bit of a fan of their beers at this stage, and I'm just not expecting them to make anything other than high quality beers. It feels like in the last year and a half, 2 years, they've really hit their stride and they found their kind of niche. They're fantastic at making really nice IPAs and huge amounts of hop aromas going on. In this one, there's oats and it says oat cream IPA, so there's Strata Eldorado in here, and I think there's also lactose. We'll see what that does for the beer. I'm not a huge fan of lactose in any beer, but we'll see how it goes in here. 6.2%, so maybe it'll carry it. Also, it's got a lot of oats. They were obviously going for a creamy mouthfeel. Nice silky smooth. Eldorado, Strata's going to give you nice dank herbal aromas, maybe a bit of strawberry, a bit of passion fruit, maybe a bit of tropical going on, and maybe a bit of citrus also from the Eldorado. There'll be a bit of kind of stone fruits, I think, tropical fruits, maybe a bit of watermelon, something going on like that. Let's just see what it's like. The artwork I will show you now is from ADW. You can check him out on his own webpage. He's a street artist and he just makes really, really cool artwork for a brother. And that's really what has separated a lot of these beers in the range, because people are now looking at what they're buying on the shelves. You eat with your eyes, or you drink with your eyes. Straight away, I'm getting a lot of aromas out of that can there, so that's nice. Yeah, little Cupid with a machine gun, sounds about right. Oat cream IPA. What is he shooting? Love hearts. He's shooting love hearts. Okay, let's have a look at the beer. Got it in my nice big Lervig glass. A little bit hazy. It looks a little bit silky. I know it's strange to say that, but it does kind of look a little bit thick and luscious going on there. Head is about half a finger, not much more than that. One thing with oats is if you put a lot of oats in your grist, you will deteriorate the head slightly. When you go past sort of anything past 15% of the grist, you're really sort of heading into territory where it's detrimental to the head on the beer. Wow. The smell is just fantastic. Yeah, I think there is. Let me just check. Is it lactose? Yeah, I can see lactose straight away. So there is barley, oats, lactose, no wheat or anything in here. Let's give this a go. Obviously, with Strata, if you dry hop with Strata, it does different things if you use it in the boil and if you use it in the whirlpool, as it does if you use it in the dry hop. But you're going to get dank, odoriferous, pungent, herbal cannabis, wafts of green, light green, sort of odoriferous sort of pungency that doesn't sort of, it's kind of oily, it's dank, but it's not something you can say, oh, it's like, it's like peaches or it's like strawberries or whatever, but it does present that way when it's used in different parts of the boil. So I'm gonna see now, but I'm already getting dank off of it straight away. I just want to see what else I'm getting off of this. I've had a lot of different beers with Strata in it, and they've all come out slightly differently. I am getting like melon and pear coming out of this, kind of like stone fruit, I think, as well. Passion fruit. Ooh. It's so pleasant. I mean, Strata is the wonder hop at the minute. It's absolutely the new kid on the block, and I absolutely love that hop. Let's give this a go and see what it's like. Cheers, sláinte. Okay, so the first thing to note is this is my kind of IPA. It's got bitterness to it. And I'm really, really happy to say that it's got that bitterness with it, because what a lot of beers these days I find they just go straight to that juicy end of the spectrum, and it doesn't leave you with that nice isomerized hop bitterness from the resinous sort of hoppy oils going on. And I really miss that in some beers as well. So while I do like my East Coast beers, you know, I'm a huge fan of West Coast style IPAs. I would say this beer straddles those two concepts. It's hazy, it's got oats in it. It's obviously got a huge amount of dry hopping in it. But I also feel like it's got a bit of bitterness to it. And this is where I think a lot of IPAs are landing up these days, is you can have West Coast, you can have New England, but you can also have a kind of an East Coast idea, which is, you know, back to the days of Heady Topper, where there is 80 odd IBUs in the beer. I'd be interested now to find out what the IBUs are in this beer. It's got a decent sell-by date on it. We've got about 6 months left on that beer. Wow, so nice on the nose. Just pungent, really, really pungent. Where you might get some hops, you know, you might get hops like Summit, for instance, that go right off the edge and go to that sort of green pepper and garlic sort of idea. I get bits of this from the Strata, and I think I've said that in one of my videos before, where you're almost pulling back from tropical fruits and heading more in the direction of greener stuff, greener fruits, and a bit of like bitterness associated with some of like green pepper as an example. But I'm not saying it tastes like green pepper. I'm just saying it sort of heads more in that kind of green vegetable kind of idea. Fantastic though, absolutely. Now, I'm in love with this beer. I've only had a couple of sips of it. It's so good. And that oiliness, that real almost diesel-like dankness going on. You know, you don't associate that in a light-coloured beer. The old West Coast style beers are so much darker and they use a bit more caramel crystal malts, but this doesn't have that. It's oaty, it's creamy, and it's meant to be light-coloured, and it really is. It's kind of like, how would you describe that? It's almost a combination of orange juice colour and white grapefruit juice mixed together. Perhaps a little pineapple juice colour going on in there as well. I get a lot of passion fruit, and I think this is one of those types of beers that the more I drink the beer, the more I'm going to get out of the beer in terms of pulling out flavours. There's some beers that, you know, present themselves right in your face. You know exactly what you're getting. More of the darker beers, but I find some of the lighter beers, some of the IPAs, as the beer grows on you, as you're drinking it, you get different things from the beer. So when you get halfway through the can, you actually start tasting other things. It has got that silky, slick, smooth sort of oaty kind of creaminess going on to it. There's a big body to this as well. It kind of has a little bit of cooked pineapple possibly to it as well. Bits of passion fruit, bits of stone fruit, a little bit of watermelon, that dankness, the huge amounts of dankness and the green sort of overtone to it. It's just a fantastic beer. Another banger from O Brother, oat cream IPA. I want to say oat cake IPA. Unfiltered, unpasteurized, and unadulterated. It's fantastic. That's my view on this brew. Go and fetch yourself some O Brother Brewing beers. You're not going to go too far wrong with any of them, but this one is fantastic. Cheers. Love hurts. Sláinte, and it's on to the next one. Bye bye.